What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Look, man, I got a great video for y'all. Great video. Um, and it just came to me, so I started doing some research. Just don't get up here just talking outside my neck. Feel me? I have some type of fast. So check this out. This is in regards to the Russia-Ukraine conflict or incident, whatever you want to call it. All right. So. I had made a Snapchat and I had said something in reference to it, and I said, well, think about Mexico and Texas, right? It's kind of like that. Like, that's how Putin feeling, right? So I'm gonna break it down to y'all and let y'all like see it for what it is. You feel me? So Mexico has been there for 10,000 years, okay? 10,000 years. No. The first arrival of the conquistadors was in the north region of North America, right? Which is, also to know, it was currently occupied by Native Americans. Now, when they got there, right, from 1519 to 1848, from 1519 AD to 1848, all parts of the whole Mexico period, right, was claimed by France, Spain, Mexico, Republic of Texas, and United States, and also the Confederacy at a certain point. Feel me? But I'm gonna get through all that. All right. Now, the first European base, or the first European I said it. The first European base that was established there was in 1680. Okay, and it was near the modern El Paso, Texas. So think about it. 1519 all the way to 1680. 1680 is when a European base actually came there, right? Now the Spaniards, right, and the Native Americans were exiled from this place called Isleta Pueblo during the Pueblo Revolt, or also known as, I think it's called, his name is Pope, the Pope Rebellion, right? Now in 1682, someone named Sir de la Salle established a French presence after coming from Canada all the way on the Mississippi River, from Canada all the way up there by the Great Lakes, all the way down, you feel me, to present day Inez, Texas. All right. Now he did that before New Orleans became New Orleans, which was on the Mississippi River. All right. Now, the colony was killed off in 3 years by Native Americans, but the Spanish made sure they established settlements to keep claim of the land. All right, now that's going to be important. Think about the land, y'all. It's very important because all of this play a part. It's raining too, so I got to hurry up. But so after 3 years, you know what I'm saying, like they killed it off, but again, the Spanish made sure they started stuff, you feel me, as settlements, you feel me, because it's kind of different when you start something up, you know what I'm saying, because think about it, even when you think about war, feel me, yeah, you had war back then, I'm sure they had war, but I'm sure they weren't just going like, oh, let's just slaughter everybody, feel me, like, I'm sure as time went on, you feel me, stuff got more organized, you feel me, anyway, so several Roman Catholic missions were established as well in the East, in East Texas, but they were abandoned in 1691. Now, I'm gonna tell you something about that. Think about that. They say Roman Catholic. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you ain't never heard nothing about Christianity, right? Think about that, y'all. If you hear about it and then you accept Jesus Christ as your Savior, yada yada, right? Get what? You like, it's gonna stick. It's gonna stay around. Think about that, bro. I want y'all to really think about that. Anyway, so 20 years later, right? Uh-oh, hold up, wait a minute. I went too fast. So that's at 1680. That's at 1691. Happened in 1691. Now 20 years later, the French had the French had the Louisiana Purchase. Hold up, let me go back. All right, so 20 years later, which will be 1711. All right, think about the dates. The French already had the Louisiana, like they already had Louisiana, and the Spanish tried to colonize Texas again, right? And over the next 110 years, now fast forward 1821. Over the next 110 years, Spain established villages, presidios, and missions in the province. All right. Now, a small number of Spanish arrived with soldiers and missionaries. All right. And Spain signed agreements with colonists from, guess who? The United States, who at the time was bordering the previous, this is funny because it's starting to get wet, but at the time who was bordering them, you feel what I'm saying? Because they had got the Louisiana Purchase, so they just got a Louisiana from the French in 1803, okay? Now, when Mexico won its independence from Spain in 1821, Mexican Texas was born, all right? And they allowed organized immigration, all right, from the U.S. And there was a rebellion, although the Texas, and then after that it was a rebellion in Texas, all right. And this rebellion, when it happened, you know, that's when the people of Texas became, which we call a republic, and they became Republic of Texas. Feel me? And at that point, that's when it's, you know what I mean, it's United States now. You see what I'm saying? Really, bro? Think about it. And the reason why they did this is because, again, they were attracted by the rich land, bro. Think about it. The land, I'm trying to tell y'all, for cotton and ranch animals, stuff like that. You feel me? Now, check this out, right? Now, when that happened, they had people come from Germany and the U.S. in 1845, right? And then Texas joined the U.S. See, now Texas joined the United States officially in 1845. Also to note, Texas joined the Confederate in 1861. Now, I say that to say this, man. You see how, oh no, wait a minute. Hold on, man. I must have skipped a lot of stuff. Anyway, I remember because I read it. So, but let me tell you what happened though. Even though Texas became a republic, Mexico, like, they didn't, yeah, I'm missing something. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, I got you. All right, so basically when that happened in 1845, Texas joined the U.S. and the Mexican War was fought. See, the Mexican War happened. And when the Mexican War happened, that's when in 1848, there was a treaty. It was called the Treaty of, I said I'm going to remember this, Guadalupe, Hidalgo. All right, in 1848. And then again, 1861, they joined the Confederate. And when they joined the Confederate, you know, that's pretty much the end. And I said all that to say this, right? What if Mexico felt like, and also I forgot to note, Mexico didn't honor that. Like, I mean, they didn't see it like that. They didn't see that. Oh, like that. Mexico didn't recognize the United States. Is what I'm saying. They didn't recognize them. They was like, whatever. You feel me? So essentially what happened, Mexico just took their half, you know what I mean? And then boom, left it as that. So what if Mexico say, you know what? Texas is part of Mexico, we want it back. It's kind of like that, man. But yeah, I wanted to drop that video, man. I appreciate y'all watching. And just to kind of give an idea on that, the Russia, with the Russia and Ukraine conflict. But here's the thing about that. This, we going back, 1861. Well, that's about 100 and some years. I know it's at least about 190 some years, right? Think about this though, y'all. That's 190 some years. Ukraine was Russia like less than 60 years ago, right? Am I saying that right? This 2022, 1980, 40 some, 50, yeah, less than 40 some years ago. My math ain't right, but I'm just trying to give y'all an example like where Putin coming from. And it's curious to know, like, you feel me, what y'all think about it. Because this is what's interesting about this, y'all. What's gonna happen if that's okay? Think about it. What message is that gonna send? If that's the case, then we gotta look at the United States. Think about this, y'all. Think about it. Top of Canada really belong to Canada, like, you feel what I'm saying? Or, you know, whoever, like, I guess that's French, but down south, think about that, y'all, for real. Because when it, like, you know, when you think about these places and these lands, right? When I think about it, you always, whenever you look at the United States it really has immigrants here. All these people are descendants of immigrants, just to be all the way A1, except us. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just noting the fact that, you feel me, Ukraine and Russia, bro, they pretty much the same. And what's even ironic about that, Russia was born in Ukraine, bro. You gotta understand. It's like I'm born in Atlanta, which is the United States, but was really, let's just say, is the country of Georgia, right? So I'm from the country of Georgia. But then you got Florida trying to come up here and say, now, this really Florida. So they calling where I'm born Florida now. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you gotta really just think about that. Baby, you can't have no candy. You already ate some cereal. We ain't doing it. But yeah, man, this been real. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Trade Adventure out, bro.